Hello and welcome to TechnoStrasse. I'm Tom Dodge. Get in touch, Facebook.com/TechnoStrasse. Got some brand new unreleased music for you today from Verv. The track is called Depo. It's got really nice fat synthesizers, a hugely energetic bass line, and absolutely slicing percussion that really just makes this one sound like it's going to force its way out your speakers. Let's take a listen. So straight away from the offset, strong, solid, booming bass line and a fat kick that really just gets that lower end completely sorted out. Don't even worry about the lower frequencies because that bass line and the kick just perfectly combine to just sort it out. It just keeps going, it gets the job done, and it sets the tone for the rest of the track that, you know, it's just powerful. I think that's how I'd describe it so far. Really nice, really powerful track. Really energetic percussion, really punchy snares. I think they're probably my favourite part of the percussion here, because obviously we get them in the main sort of drum groove, but then we get these really nice fast sort of mini fills that just add a little bit of extra energy as the percussion is kind of doing its thing. So we get the snares coming in and just out of nowhere that just, you know, keep it going, keep the energy up, and just a little something different that just keeps the track moving forward. I really love these white noise stabs as well that we get throughout the track, particularly when we change from one phrase to another. I think, again, this track is just powerful, and the kick and the bass really get that lower end power, the snares with the percussive power, and then these white noise stabs are just, they come out. And I think they're the cherry on top of the cake in terms of the energy for me, really. I think they work really, really, really well. As the track progresses, this sort of sneaky synthesizer kind of comes out of nowhere and starts weaving its way between the kick and the percussion. It's quite high pitched at this point, and it kind of starts to build up just prior to one of the breakdowns. As we now move towards this first breakdown, lots of percussion, really powerful percussion, and kind of really draws you in, builds you into the track, and then we get the kick and the bass coming back, but it's almost like quite a dark tone, and that synthesizer almost turns into like a thicker, acidic style synth. I think, you know, just like, where did that come from? So it works well, keeps the track on its toes, keeps the listener on its toes, because so far, what do we know? We know it's going to be a massive, powerful track, but then out of nowhere, this acidic vibe runs through, which I think works perfectly to just keep that track interesting. As we now move towards the main breakdown, and what I really like about Verv's production style is it's kind of constantly peaks and troughs. So it's not just, here's a track, here's a bass line, it just goes boom, boom, boom all the way throughout. You know, it's constantly building and then breaking down and building up and breaking down. As we move towards the main breakdown, it's quite long. There's lots of percussion that I think works really well to just keep the energy there, whilst the bass line and the synthesizer the bass line's gone, but the synthesizer keeps working. The percussion really steps into the breach to keep it going. Lots of percussion, particularly there's a ride cymbal that is perfectly reverbed, I think. I mess around with reverbs all the time, but the ride, it pitches up, it pitches down, and that reverb is just on point to just draw us into the track before it kicks back in and just propels the track forward. Really great track overall. Like I said, if I could describe this track, it would be powerful, deep and dark, especially when that synthesizer just starts throwing in, particularly with that acidic vibe about halfway through. Really keeps you on its toes. Overall, I'm going to say a really solid 9 out of 10. At the moment, this is unsigned, I believe. So any record and label people out there, come on, look at this. This is a top track. Make sure you play it. It's by Verv. The track is called Depo. 9 out of 10 from me. Make sure you check it out.